Hi, I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial of how I level my p1999 Bard. I'm level 26. I use the level 18 song, dot song, primarily, but it also can work with the other dot song. This is just a method that I use. Okay, first things first, I have to show you how I do my running. Normally you just run forward, but if you hold down the right mouse button, it allows you to strafe sideways instead of turning. This is important because to actually run, I do not use the speed song unless I have to. On most monsters like this lioness here, you don't actually need to use speed song to outrun it. All you do is hold right mouse button down, run forward, and then also run sideways. So you run at the diagonal. EverQuest old pathing basically is like A plus B equals C, and C is bigger. It's like Pythagoras, but anyways. So you end up running faster than you normally would. So I put my horn on. All I cast is my single dot, and then I would proceed to kite them around. If I'm going to gather up multiple mobs, what I do is I toss on cellos, so I put on my run speed. So I'm running faster. Switch to the bellow to pull them as I'm running. So I'd run by and then try and arc around while not getting too far away and everything else behind me. I also use the social aggroing effect of, I'm going to bellow. So you keep your speed up. And then you try and drag one lioness through the other one and hopefully it would aggro. In this case it won't because of the level difference. They're both green to me, so I'll just melee attack there. Okay, I have my targets. You always want to be aware of what targets you choose because that centaur over there actually runs faster than this method, but most monsters, with the exception of giants and centaurs, and maybe very large elephants and other very large creatures, do not run fast enough. Next, you want to look for a wide open space. This is a big space with very few monsters, so it's perfect for kiting. So right now I just got to get these lines grouped up a little bit more. You don't actually have to get as close as I did, but just keep kind of circling around. Okay, they look like they're pretty grouped up. So I run forward and left, and I turn in a left circle. That's important for when I start dotting. So I'm just going to get a nice open area. And now I drop my speed song. When I drop my speed song, I put on my dot song. And just proceed till I run straight until they start to get close. And, well, you'll want to keep them in this bottom corner eventually. But you have to wait until you slow down and they start to catch up. All of my adjustments are done with them starting to catch up in just really wide circles. So they're going to start to catch up really shortly here. You could turn faster so that they catch up quicker. Okay, there they are. You want to keep their head just in the bottom corner. You want to be zoomed out as far as you can. And then you see it constantly has them wincing. The dot effect is always hitting them. And you just make big wide circles. Eventually you'll outrun them like I am now, and it won't hit, so you just keep turning the circle. You have to drag your mouse. You kind of run forward and you mouse steer. You drag your mouse towards the left side to keep circling that direction. And you want to keep their head just in the corner, so it's important that you have that corner clear. Of course, if you have to dodge anything like a tree, just slowly turn the other direction. And with all social aggroing, everything else like that, when the last one breaks its effect, the other one will run. So I mean, like if there's only 2 of them, the last one, when one of them dies, the other one will run away at low life. So be picky of what monsters you choose, because if you choose that centaur and that elephant, maybe they'll run the same speed, maybe they won't. That's important because you don't want different run speeds in your group. Also, they may have different hitbox ranges, like one might attack at a further distance, so be picky about which monsters you choose while kiting. And other than that, more or less have fun. It's not super hard. It does take some practice, so you want to run forward, and then you want to hold right mouse button so you could run diagonally. Then you want to slowly pull the mouse in circles towards the left side of your mouse pad. And that's how you do it. And you just want to keep their head in this lower corner while you're doing it. And you should see here that lioness or whatever your target is, they wince. And that lets you know that you have a dot hit, and it'll pulse 3 times per dot hit, but I keep them in for as many radiuses as I can. And that's how I do it. For the most part, I didn't get hit. I got hit when I tried to turn a little bit too tight. You could have it so their head's just barely in the corner. But with the 18 dot, it has a pretty large radius, and it works quite well. Anyways, I hope this is useful to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.